Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for Spellbinder's newest collection, Serenade of Autumn. This gorgeous collection is extensive and has a wide variety of products. Today's cards feature a fabulous watercolor resist 6x6 paper pad. This set includes 6 sheets of heavy watercolor paper. There are 3 different designs, so you get 2 of each one. This is a fast and easy way to create beautiful watercolor panels. For today's cards, I'm going to be working with Distress Oxide inks using an ink smooshing technique. For the butterfly panel, I'll be working with Shabby Shutters, Ice Spruce, and Tumbled Glass. I like to apply the colors one at a time so I get each one evenly distributed across the panel. So far I have soft shades of blue and green with the Shabby Shutters and Tumbled Glass. The last ink that I'm using, Ice Spruce, is a soft green-gray. My base coat is now complete and I'm going to apply heat and dry it before I move on to my next step. I missed filming this next section, but I did go in with a little bit of Shaded Lilac, Mermaid Lagoon, and Shabby Shutters and add a bit of color to those butterflies. The panel with the beautiful spiral of leaves, I'll be working with dried marigold, abandoned coral, and fossilized amber. Each time I pick up the ink, I have a quick peek just to see how that color is being distributed. On to the fossilized amber, the ink is applied directly to the work surface and then spritzed 2 or 3 times with water. When I'm happy with the distribution of color, then I move on to my last ink, which is abandoned coral. This ink is quite a bit darker than the other 2 colors that I've used. After the ink has been applied evenly across the panel, I'll use a baby wipe and just soften the transition between the coral and the other colors. After the panel has been dried, I'll use the fossilized amber and the abandoned coral and paint some of the leaves, not all of them, just a few here and there to help that pattern pop off the panel. The last panel is a pretty floral design, and I'll be applying picked raspberry, carved pumpkin, and forest moss. This panel will not need any touch-up painting after the ink smooshing is complete. The pattern is bold enough that it just stands right out. Any of your pigment inks will work for this technique because they are water-based. But personally, I find that the Distress Oxide and Distress inks work the best because they are so water reactive. After drying each of the 3 panels, I then use some paper towel and buff off any of the ink sitting on the embossed area. The panels were die cut with one of the dies from the Notched Corners Frames die set. This die was also used to cut white sheet foam. I then stacked the panels on it for a little bit of dimension. The foam back panels were adhered to A2 size black card bases. The Serenade of Autumn collection also includes chipboard stickers. There are 2 sheets which include both sentiments and images. I like that these stickers are on clear backing paper so you can actually just hold it up to your panel and get an idea of what it's going to look like. For this second card, I'm adding in a secondary sentiment. And back to the first card, I'll use the autumn leaves and hearts to create a falling leaf design. And for the final card, I'm just going to use a paintbrush stroke sentiment, which is in gray, which works perfectly with the colors on the butterfly panel. Also included in this collection are the gorgeous gold Flecked gemstones. These gems come in 4 different colors and 3 different sizes, and they're just so beautiful with their little flecks of gold on them. And that completes this set of 3 cards featuring a really great new product, color paper resist, found in the Serenade of Autumn collection. Quick and easy, just the way I like it. Thank you so much for joining me, and as always, I appreciate your visit.